swirl.
How's it going, guys? DirtyRussian here, and welcome back to another LSPDFR tutorial. Today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how you could install some of the plugins and callouts that could make your gaming experience on LSPDFR a lot better. So to be able to start that off, you want to go to lspdfr.com and go under the mods, and this is where you're going to find all of your GTA 5 LSPDFR modifications, such as vehicle models, textures, scripts and plugins, character, audio, some of the visual and miscellaneous stuff. So to be able to get the plugins, you want to go to scripts and plugins tab, and right here is where you're going to find them all. I usually like to go by, I like to go sort them by most downloaded or the highest rated. Most downloaded because that means the plugin is actually good and people do like it, so, and more than likely will have one of the highest ratings as well. So right here is where you could find all of your plugins. So I'm going to show you guys how to install the traffic control plugin. So you go, and then right here it tells you a little bit about the file and what's in it, the new updates, what features, how to install it, and stuff like that. So then you want to go back to download this file, wait a couple of seconds, and it should download it. There you go. Then also let's show you how to also the assorted callout right here. This is the callout folder, you guys could see, which is created by Albo1125, one of the most modders out there. And right here, current callouts, it gives you the callouts you will receive through the radio. So you want to download this file as well. It will give you two options. Of course, you want to download the not the old version. So you want to download that. Wait a couple of seconds. There you go. And so we got both of them downloaded. Here's the traffic control. Then you open the up. Will come with multiple folders like any other download. We'll have the text document, which is the readme, pretty sure, which is going to tell you how to install it or where to install it. And then you have automatic installer, or you could use a manual. I would suggest using manual because, like I said before, you'll know where you put the files at, and it'll be easier to do it, and you're doing it yourself. So what you want to do is drag and drop these two, the stealth command and rage native. I'm not going to do it because I already have done it, but you drag and drop these two into the GTA 5 directory, and then the plugins, you go into the plugins folder on your Grand Theft Auto, and you drag and drop these as well into here, into the plugins. So this is where all the plugins will go, under the plugins folder. And then under LSPDFR, inside of your plugin folder, is where all your callouts are gonna go, and some of the plugins, but not all. Mainly callouts are gonna go here. So right here is where your plugins that will let you play as an actual police officer and have more control of the game, and LSPDFR is where you will receive your callouts from dispatch. That's the two things you'll need to remember. So then as well, right here in traffic control configuration settings is where you could set up the controls from the default keys if you don't like the default keys. So this is where you'll change them up. So that's how you install the plugins, is by drag and dropping into the whatever it requires the author from the main page into the directory, and then go into the plugins folder and also install those. Also, you might want to remember, when you install plugins, you want to go down to startup notepad right here, RPHS file, and this is where this is how you load your plugins automatically. You want to type in that's where the .dll file will go. You want to type in load plugin traffic control.dll, and then save. And now the plugin should automatically load. There's also another way you could do that, which I'll show you guys in a second. So there you go. We installed the plugin, and now let's install the callouts. We're gonna install the assorted callouts, And how you do the callouts is you click on the main folder right here, assorted callouts, coming with multiple again files. Every single download audio will come. It will be with files. You don't have to worry about the documentation license. You want to go into the Grand Theft Auto 5 one. And here you go. You have, this is how all of the callouts are going to come with ragenative.ui.dll and albo1125 common.dll. You want to drag and drop these into your Grand Theft Auto directory, and then you don't have to do that every time unless it's outdated. You could always, if you already have them, you could check on the dates, but right here you could see these is 12/19/2016, and so is this one. So I don't have to drag and drop these into here because they're up to date, but if you're the first time doing it, you want to install those or it will not work. So then you go to LSPDFR. Right here you also have the two folders going to LSPDFR and to police scanner, and it'll come up with the assorted callouts audio. So you do the exact same thing on your Grand Theft Auto directory. Go in LSPDFR police scanner, and this is where you're gonna find all of your radio related stuff, like the audio, audio related files, where you're gonna hear that dispatch, officer needs assistance or stuff like that. So you want to drag and drop into here as well. I'm not gonna do it because I already have it. And then you go back to plugins, into the plugins folder right here. This is, like I said, where your plugins are at, and then go into LSPDFR and you drag and drop into here. And then if you, like I said, if you don't like what it says and some of the callouts, you could change some of the settings, but I wouldn't advise changing those in callouts because they just automatically generate. Also, the authors of the game, with the mods, want you to just to drag and drop everything, like the LSPDFR folder and plugins folder. I don't do that because then it will overwrite everything else that you have in your folders. So you don't want to do that. Just click on those and follow the folders that it's taking you to, and that's how you would install them. Also, the thing you want to always remember, you want to keep all your plugins up to date, because like I said before, the Grand Theft Auto will have updates, and then Rage plugin will have an update shortly after. And if you have running old plugins, it will not run properly, or it will just crash the game. So you want to always make sure that you keep your plugins up to date. You read the README text, and you just follow the steps that the modder or the author has for you to follow. So let's I'll show you guys another way you could load up some of your plugins. So you go to your Rage Hook plugin and wait till it loads up, of course. Your little Rage, there you go, Rage plugin. Then you want to click this gear icon on Rage plugin, and let's get rid of this, cancel. And then this is where you'll be able to, right here, and also load them up automatically. Load these plugins on startup. You could click where you want and then what you don't want. Then you click save and launch, and we'll see if the plugins installed correctly and loaded up. One of the two ways you could know that your plugins have installed correctly and loaded correctly is on a loading screen. It will be popping up such as like right there, loaded plugin, EUP menu, LSPD first response, spotlight mod, and traffic control. If they don't pop up there, that means you did something wrong, or the game will just crash right off the bat and it'll say LSPDFR crash or traffic control was disabled because it made the game freeze. So that's how you know if you installed them correctly. And also at the bottom it will say new console commands added, the 2 loaded plugins, and 8 new commands that you have for options. So that's how you install your plugins. And that also another way you could know that, if you go on duty, once you go on duty, so I'll show you an example right here. Force duty, type in force duty on your LSPDFR menu, click enter, and then everything on the left side will pop up, and all your callouts and plugins will pop up on the left side, and that's how you will know everything installed correctly. That's the first callouts will be popping up, and now there you go. Now all the plugins are popping up right there. So if all of those come in successfully, that means you successfully installed the plugins and you're good to go. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. I'm actually on duty right now, so let's make her unavailable. There you go. So this is I'm going to end today's tutorial at. So hopefully it helped you guys out. And just remember that all plugins and callouts are installed the same way. You also want to follow the readmes and make sure that you follow the direction as they say. And if the plugins go into the plugin folder, make sure you click on the startup page, and it'll click on load plugin. Just follow those simple steps and you should be able to install all the plugins like that simply and easy. So I'm going to end today's video. So if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I always appreciate that you guys watch my videos, and I will see you guys next time.